Morning, evening, or night, whatever time it is for you as you are watching this video. I am here to talk about Four Nights of the Apocalypse once again, chapter 166, Tension in the Air, with the cover page being the losers of the Antwerp Gladiator Festival just drinking and eating their sorrows away and being patched up as well, including Edlin and I forgot this guy's name already. But we go back to where we left off last time with Percival having a face full of food and Gareth dropping their plate. What they're gonna do about the dinner they just got, and just berating Percival on, yo, you don't watch where you're going, now look at you. With Percival just eating the food, mentioning, just talking about how good it is, leaving Gareth kind of just stunlocked. Percival apologizes for bumping into them and realizes that Gareth was the one who nearly sent Edlin to the gulag earlier, and Gareth questioning who on earth Edlin might be, and Percival goes on to state that Gareth tried attacking him as well, but Gareth is talking about how this is the first time that they have met, but with Percival just confused at that, and stating that his name's Percival, and Gareth introducing themselves as Gareth. Maybe Gareth doesn't know because maybe it's split personality. Maybe he taps maybe on some Hitman Reborn shit. He taps into a different personality when they fight. We don't know their gender yet. So it seems Percival informed Gareth that they're looking for people, with Percival saying that, yeah, and we got another little errand as well. With Gareth kind of just perplexed at the fact that that's the reason that he broke into Antwerp, that a place with no escape, and that is pretty extreme. Percival mentioning how he likes festivals like these and is curious about the strength of all the other participants as well. With Gareth going on to state that they've basically been in Antwerp since they were born, and Percival kind of goes on to state that him and Gareth kind of like, birds of a feather. I was only mentioning that he only went out into the world like 2 years ago and was just like living in one place. With Percival just continuing to yap, and it kind of just pisses Gareth off because unlike Percival, Gareth can't get out of Antwerp even if they wanted to, which is what makes it infuriating. With Percival just brushing it off, saying that, yo, once I'm done with my business, I'll side you out here, gang. Just let me know. With Gareth just hitting Percival in the face with their food, with Percival obviously eating it again. With Gareth standing up and mentioning how, despite Percival looking like a hero, they can smell the stench of death and the misfortune that befalls all that are close to Percival. And as one of the endless Percival fans out there, I think I speak for all of us when I say, yo, Gareth, get off of Percival's top. It's because of that sort of foreboding message that he left to begin with. But I also understand that Gareth is just kind of pissed off at Percival's go-lucky attitude. While Percival was in one place for so many years, he actually got to escape compared to Gareth, who is just stuck in Antwerp. That's got to be a sad state of affairs. Man said he was in Antwerp since he was born. Bro didn't even have a chance to go against Camelot. He was just spawned in Antwerp as early as they can remember. That's crazy. Yeah, Gareth goes up to say goodnight and says that if they draw against Percival in the tournament, then they're gonna do their best to wipe the smile off his face. So Percival just starts brooding immediately over that, because obviously he's worried about the welfare of his friends, which is why he went away to begin with. And Anne ends up popping up saying that she was looking for him on the pretense that obviously like they're better off just everyone just be closer together, and immediately knows that something's up. And they go out to the outside of Antwerp to see that there are 3 moons, with Anne stating that they're liable to go crazy if they stay in Camelot. And Percival goes on to vent that he ran into Theodora while they were in the fight, and obviously knowing the history, Percival just states that obviously he was exposed to the Demon Lord's poison from the moment he was born, and that Camelot's the only place he can live in, and that obviously he was supposed to be the body he'd take up if everything went the way Ironside wanted. And also to state that he feels kind of guilty because he might be the reason that he's in Antwerp, with Anne sort of just snapping him out of it, saying that, yo, like, at the end of the day, it's Ironside's fault.
True, and yeah, that's pretty true. That's true, and yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's pretty true. That's pretty true. I mean, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's fucking true. Um, That's how it is, dude.
I mean, the reason that Theodore is there is more so Arthur's fault, if anything. So I don't. So Percy really shouldn't be taking the blame, but they don't know that yet. And obviously, Percival's just questioning why he's in Antoine to begin with Anne stating that like, "Yo, this is not really any of your business, anyways. He's here for his own reasons. Like, there isn't really much to care about." With Percival just pretending to be sort of cheered up, I guess, and Anne goes on to in classic Nakaba Seven Deadly Sins fashion, brings up how 2 years ago she mentioned that back 2 years ago she promised to let him touch her every so often. And Percival, I'm not sure if he remembers. It seems he doesn't remember. And then he finally snaps back, and immediately at that moment, Anne just darts off. And honestly, I already know. I don't even want to hop on Twitter or Reddit to see the opinions on this scene. All I'm gonna say from my perspective is that I'm not even surprised. Anne and Narcissus have been on Percival's top since he came back. So at any moment they have clutched onto him like their lives depended on it. So seeing this doesn't feel so out of the blue to me. Yeah, they go off and Percival realizes that obviously she just did that to, well, maybe not just to cheer him up, but because like I said, she's been on his top since he came back. So yeah, Percival thanks her for cheering her up, and it goes to the next day with Cappadonic wishing everyone a good morning and announcing how the festival's gonna go off as and mentions that the top of the tower is a special arena where they're gonna fight, and that he encourages the crowd to obviously cheer from the stands and announces the official matchups. We have columns A and B. Columns A, the first battle will be Percival versus Gareth. I kind of called it. I knew it. Donnie versus Mystery Package for Battle 2, which honestly I feel like Donnie will probably lose. I don't know. Battle 3 is Angelad and Theodora. Battle 4, Narcians and Roves. Now, column B, we got Battle 1, Gawain versus Turret. Battle 2, Hauser versus Balin. Battle 3, Tantris versus Chion. That one, how that one's gonna go. And Battle 4, Pelio versus Isolde. And that's where the chapter ends with just this announcement sheet. Now, how do I think this tournament is gonna go? Well, for column A, Battle 1, Percival's winning. I don't think anyone's gonna dispute that. Battle 2, like I said earlier, I think Mystery Package is gonna win, because if the hunch that go for is Mystery Package is correct, then what can Donnie really do? Battle 3 being Angelad and Theodora. After the conversation she just had with Percival about, and obviously the worry, and Angelad is probably gonna do her best to beat Theodora, but at the same time I don't see him, honestly, I don't see him falling off at this point either, so that one isn't up in the air for me. Narcians versus Roves, I'm giving it to Narcians, but again, I can't just write off Roves either. I don't know his abilities as well. Battle 3 for column A, that's interchangeable. Battle 4, I'm giving it to Narcians. Now, in column B, Battle 1, Gawain's winning. I think Turret will give her a little bit of trouble depending on the kind of spirit arts that he may have, but generally I think Gawain has got this in the bag. Battle 2, Hauser versus Balin, it's all gonna turn out to be, it's gonna end in physical, who's superior physically, because Balin just negates magic, so none of that rising tornado and shit from Hauser, because it's just not gonna affect Balin. I mean, we don't know if his ability to nullify magic has any certain terms and conditions, like whenever you're signing up for a new website. Generally, I'm gonna give it to Balin, because I don't think Nakaba will just make such a cool design like that, only to write him off immediately. Battle 3, Tantris versus Chion. Now honestly, I think this fight could be like a great moment for Chion's personal character growth as well, because he's always been like stuck to Tristan's hip, and obviously ever since they come to Antwerp for like the past year or so, that hasn't been the case, and maybe this fight will sort of be a breaking point of where it's like, yeah, he still respects and admires Tristan, but like maybe not to the point how it was like, but maybe now during this maybe during this fight he'll sort of have a it's me, I'm niggas type of moment where he sort of is like, at the end of the day, he's his own person, and that this power is his own, and that if he wants his friend and cousin back the way he was, he he wants, then he'll have to do everything in his power to beat him. And yeah, it could be a moment for a great development for Cheon. But honestly, he's not winning it. He's not winning. He's not winning this fight. But I would like some more character development from Cheon. Now in Battle for Pelio versus Isolde. This is probably the most friendly match on this roster, to be honest. So that one can go either way, to be honest. I think if Cheon loses, then it'll probably be a case of Isolde might win. Yeah, it would make sense. It would make sense, yeah. So I'll give it to Isolde. So in terms of the second stage after that, it's just too vague of what everyone can do at this point. We haven't had genuine proper, apart from like Anne and Donnie, we genuinely have not had proper showings of everyone's strength 2 years ago, in my honest opinion. I mean, Nonsense, yeah, they just recently awakened their fairy powers, but still, it's a recent awakening. I doubt they'll be able to do much. So it's really hard to say who's gonna win the tournament overall and how the matches are gonna go, because again, and obviously Gareth and Barland, completely unknowns, as well as Mystery Package, complete unknowns on what they can do. I mean, I guess same as Turret and Rose, but Turret, we have an idea that he's a spirit arts user. Rose could possibly be as well. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this. Thank you guys for watching and listening. There's not much else for me to say in this instance. And I'll see you guys for 167, where we will get the first match of Percival versus Gareth. Can't wait for that. Take care.